many of you out there are educators? Oh, wow! Thank you for being here today, Friday afternoon. I know what that means. So thank you for being here with me and with Joe. You know, 33 years ago, I accidentally fell in love with Joe Biden. I was a senior at the University of Delaware. I was an English major. And on a Saturday afternoon, yay, English teachers. On a Saturday afternoon, I got a phone call. And it was Joe, out of the blue. And he said, Jill, do you think you'd be free tonight to go out on a date? And I said, gee, I'm sorry, Joe, but I already have other plans. And, you know, that sort of rocked him a little bit, I think. And he said, well, do you think you could break your date tonight? And I said, well, I don't know. Call me back in an hour and I'll see what I can do. So we went out on our first date. It was actually to Philadelphia, to a movie. And after one night, I knew that Joe Biden had tremendous faith. I knew that he had strong family values. And I knew that he had such a passion for our country. And then a couple weeks later, I met his little boys, our Beau and Hunter, and I knew then that there was no turning back. Joe and I had actually more in common than I thought we would have. We both grew up in middle-class neighborhoods. Our fathers both rose in the ladder to success. Our moms both were homemakers and stayed home to create stability for our families. And Joe and I both worked during the school year and in the summers to get money so that we could go to college. And then, about a year later, Beau and Hunt went into Joe when he was shaving in the bathroom one morning and said, hey, Dad, I think we want to marry Jill. So we did. We got married. We dated, all four of us. We got married. All four of us were on the altar. And it was the boys who gave me my wedding ring. So we weren't just a man and a woman in love. We were a family in love. Four years later, we had a daughter, and her name is Ashley. And you know, Joe has always put things in perspective. After his first wife, Nelia, and their daughter were killed after he was elected in 1972, Joe commuted every single day from Wilmington to Washington and back again so that he could be with the boys. And after we were married, he still kept up that commute. And to this day, 35 years later, Joe Biden still commutes from Wilmington to Washington and back home again. He is not part of that Washington scene. One of the things I love most about Joe is that he has always supported my dreams. And when I wanted to get a doctorate, he was the one who, you can imagine this, it was one of the most exciting days of my life. At graduation, when I walked up onto that stage, there was my husband, Joe Biden, with my diploma for my doctorate in education. It was wonderful. I believe that education is the key to opportunity in America. Teaching is my passion, it's my life's work. I've taught adolescents with mental health problems. I've been a remedial reading specialist. I've taught English in the public high schools and now at the community college. And how thrilled am I that now the teachers of America will finally have leadership. And as a military mom myself, our son is in the Delaware Army National Guard. I strongly support our troops, and I know that Joe and Barack are going to work to end this war in Iraq and bring our people home. I think we make a great team, not just the friendship between Joe and Barack or the intimate friendship between me and Michelle, but it's both our families, the Obamas and the Bidens, our moms, our sisters, our brothers, our children, all of us are one great team. And I hope that your families will join our team as well. So please join me in introducing my husband, my hero,